Today I'd like to talk about how to create an assignment in your Skyward Gradebook. As you log in, this is your splash screen. Again, in previous tutorials, I talked about how you could possibly add widgets to this. You can have a list of your students, a list of your classes. This one just happens to have a list of the recent assignments I had for my classes. If you go to Teacher Access, you'll be able to get to your gradebook this way. And let's take a look at adding an assignment. We're going to go to the gradebooks, and you notice how our assignments are listed across the top. We can also look at our list of assignments by themselves, or we can simply add the assignment from that previous page. If you click on Add Assignments, you've got a few choices here. First off, the categories. It's kind of nice to keep things in categories if you're going to weight the amount of credit that goes on to each one of these. If participation is worth more than projects or is worth more than a test. I like to keep it separated just so I can see the different things that I do in each of the classes. Not necessarily have it weighted differently, but that can be done. Description, just a simple, real quick description because it's going to be part of your header. And then the detailed description would be more towards like parents to tell them exactly what we needed for this project. Some more detailed description of the project. Assignment group. I don't use assignment groups, but it would be if certain students are given certain projects. That's basically where that is. Generally speaking, most teachers will have all of their assignments are going to all the students. Assignment date, it's kind of nice. It's got a little calendar here. You can put it in, you can backdate it. For instance, if you have done this assignment and you're having to put in the grades later, you can put the date at any given time. Proposed due date, and then the actual due date is when it's in. And then the maximum score, this can obviously be changed. If you want to change that, just simply wipe it out and make it whatever points you want. And then this weighted multiplier, I use this once in a while if I'm using a 1 through 4 scale rubric, and I can make that weighted more actual points. So I can make that worth 5 times the score, that kind of thing. The score display, what I do here, instead of putting a score, for instance, if I am collecting something from students and I want to keep track of it on the gradebook, I will show it as a check mark. And when I do that, I will put the maximum score as 1. That will allow me to just keep track of how many permission slips, for example, I get in or whatever. When we're done with that, this was actually supposed to be an assignment, and we're going to put it at scored. And down here, let's say you have more than one section of the course. Here I only have one section of Tech 8, so I'm only going to have it for this one. But if I had multiple of the same course, I can add that same assignment to all the courses. Now we have some saving options: save and back, save, add another one, save and score. For instance, if we hit save and score, it'll bring it up here and it will allow us to put the scores in for each of the students. We also can enter scores by going to the toolbox, for example, is one I put in. We can click on it there and hit the score entry, or we can hit quick scoring, and that will allow us to look at all of the assignments within that grading period and assign those. This is kind of a nice little feature where you can, if you have a lot of different items turned in at different times for different students, you can simply look it up in the matrix and take care of it. When you're done with that, you can either hit save or save and back, and it comes back to our main gradebook.